getting ready to go to fitness class, so I wanted to update you guys on what's happening and some decisions that I think I'm pretty solid and I feel pretty good about. Officially, my check-in is next week. I am still about 3 pounds heavier than where I should be right now. So I ate pretty clean this weekend. I didn't have any like treats with exception to like the healthy ice cream, as healthy ice cream as you can get. It's non-dairy and stuff like that. My sister had a really good idea because I'm like, I've been trying to like start up my side gig, like a side gig so I can make more money because it's just the way it is. You have to make more money to be able to survive nowadays. I just happened to like mention that and I was like, a side gig, and she was just telling me about her job. Anyway, she's got really good side job. It's in fitness. I had a suggestion. She's like, well, all you need is your certificate for, you know, to be a fitness instructor. You have to have a certificate or whatever. And she's like, and then once you do that, you can basically do what I do. And I was like, okay. So I looked into it and it wasn't super expensive. So I'm pretty solid. I think I am going to go ahead and just start studying to get my fitness certificate. That makes sense because I do produce a lot of fitness content. Excuse me while I put on my sports bra. And then it helps me to be able to making this channel so much better and providing great content for everyone. And so I feel pretty excited about that because it's still in line with what I'm doing on the YouTube. So that's pretty exciting. So that kind of came about like late last week and I've been feeling really good about that. Next step is to find a program and pay the fee and then doing what I need to do to become a certified trainer. Our workouts also are being kicked up. We are off the body weight moments. I put some footage in there and I should probably do like the slow mode moment, but I kept a clip in there on purpose because I was doing these little like hurdle things over 2 boxes and I ended up falling on my face. It was a mess. And I kept it in there purposely because I wanted you guys to see. I really try to keep things like real and authentic as much as I can. I'm gonna keep that in there to show you guys that sometimes people mess up, people make mistakes, and you have to be really careful. And honestly, I feel like I did everything right with the exception to getting my left leg. I did something weird about like I brought my leg up and I actually cleared it, but then I ended up kicking back with my left leg and then that tripped me up. So being in a gym, sometimes you're gonna have those like weird moments. I didn't even feel embarrassed about it. I was just like, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna finish strong. And I did, and I didn't get hurt. I felt like if I was like a little bit heavier, that may not have gone as well. It's just one of those things that happens. And so luckily I was warmed up and my instincts kicked in and I caught myself and I was completely fine. Just be careful with those leap things that you do in a gym, the hurdles. You guys are gonna actually start getting some like terms, like the proper terms for exercises, but my trainer calls them like hurdles. So this week you guys are gonna be getting a lot of content, definitely in the next video, of basically my hell week that I'm gonna put myself through so I can hit my fitness goal. And really, I either need to maintain my body fat or I need to drop it. My goal is to drop it, even if it's just like 1%. Just to show progress, I've been on top of everything up until the last couple of weeks. I really have been self-sabotaging myself. I'll do a whole talk on self-sabotage and eating all the stuff I shouldn't be eating, even though it's been like not like huge portions, but it's like little things here and there add up. So I'm back on clean eating, just having, I told myself today, you're just going to be having like vegetables and like fish the whole week and eating less, which Dr. Now says is the way. You gotta eat less. I'm gonna get moving because I need to get into class, but hopefully once I get home, I remember to do one more video to talk about, we'll do a little debrief after this class about how I'm doing. I'm sure he's gonna have me running like he did last week. One of my coworkers, actually showing them videos from when I first started. So when I first started class here at work was probably 2022, the beginning of 2022. I've been working out here for basically the whole time I've worked here. And I just was showing them, I said, this is the first video I posted to social media. And they were shook. They were just like, oh my God, you look so different. I'm like, yeah, I totally do. And I've come a long way and it's taken me a long time. And one thing that I'm really excited about with studying to be a trainer is my main focus is going to be helping women to lose weight, especially if they've struggled, and finding that key for them to be able to drop that extra weight.
Things that I'm eating in a day is I had a banana,
I fasted until about noon, so this is my first meal of the day. I was supposed to record like what I ate for today, so you got the banana, and then I was so hungry I ate my fish. I had fish with garlic and thyme and all sorts of stuff, and then I have salad on the side and an apple and a couple handfuls of cashews, and then hopefully when I go home I'm not hungry. So my choices are my dairy-free ice cream, and then I also have oranges, and I'm probably not going to have dinner because I feel pretty full. I'm going to go back and finish this workout so I can go. To wrap up this video, I just wanted to mention that I finished the rest of my day. I ended up going for a walk. I walked around twice, so I think I walked over a mile, got some extra steps in today. Then I did my exercise that I just showed you, so that's my Tuesday workout for right now, which is just doing the box jumps and also the medicine ball squats toss thing, and just kidding. And also I do farmer's carry. I ran out of time and our janitors needed to clean our gym, so I had to leave, but I thought getting extra steps in today with my 2 laps around our trail would be perfect. And yeah, so finishing up the rest of the day with my nutrition. So I just got home. I had like crumbs on my grain-free siete chips. These are the best freaking chips. Like, I've never have found an alternative. Like, all their stuff is spot on. That is a healthier version. The normal chips still has crunch, still has the texture, spot on. I love them so much. I love them a little too much. I like to eat them. I'm gonna go wash my hair and probably have my dairy-free ice cream as my wrapping it up. So pretty much that's all I've had today. Was reminded today that Lent starts tomorrow, which means I have to fast anyway on Wednesday and Friday this week, so it kind of like helps out that I'm already like cutting back what I'm eating right now. I'm drinking a lot of tea but not enough like plain water, so I need to work on that. So that's my goal, is just to get everything rung in, back on track, really pay attention to what I'm eating and not to like overeat. And yeah, and then I'm doing like my fasting, and then I'm fasting in the morning. I don't eat until like 11 or 12. All of that, I'm hoping I get on the scale and it's a little better. The last time I weighed in, I was 153. And so I want to be able to drop below that. So tomorrow on Wednesday, I think we're going to be doing obstacle courses. I don't know or not, but it's going to depend on what my trainer wants to do. I'm hoping so I can do a lot more cardiovascular stuff. I have my yoga, which is hell on earth, but I love it. I always get a really good workout. Only like Harumi is my yoga teacher, and she's one of the best yoga teachers I've ever had because I really sweat. Excuse the ghetto birds in the background. They're looking for someone. I don't know who they're looking for, but they're not looking for me. So that's my whole thing, is yoga. Like, on top of that, is just hard on its own, and I sweat through that class, and then I'll get some extra steps. This weekend I have to wash my clothes, so I'm gonna have to squeeze in like a session at Planet Fitness and doing some cycling. I'm hoping the bikes are still there, and then rowing. The rest of the week I just have to eat clean, and I should be back where I was, which I want to be under like 140. If I can get like at 149, which is like I'm a little over right now, I'm like 154, and I was down at 149. So if I can get back to that 149 and shed some body fat, I think I'm going to be pretty pleased. Determined that I'm not going to continue to self-sabotage. So I don't know about you guys, but I definitely self-sabotage when it comes to nutrition. Like, I knew well in advance that this check-in was coming up in March. Like, I knew it. I know the pattern, and I kept telling myself, like, you got to reel it in. You got to pull your stuff together. I chose to eat other things and be really lax in my nutrition, and, you know, had a couple of takeout things, stuff that I know I'm not supposed to be eating. And even though I didn't eat like huge portions of it, it doesn't matter. It's still, I know it's not good for me. It makes me bloat. Could be hormonal, but still, like, I had a choice and I chose to eat other things. Being intentional, like, I know that I need to do this. I know I can do this. But every time when we have a check-in, like, I have like a hormonal meltdown. And it's usually around like when I get my period that we do these stupid check-ins like every single time. And I normally will eat a lot right before. It's just my pattern is I eat a whole lot before I start my period, and then during my period for 7 days, I don't want to eat at all because I'm not hungry. I do very well that I needed to really rein it in, and I was kept watching, and I just was like, oh well, you know, I'm like only like a pound or two over, and then it just started getting out of hand. So I feel pretty confident that I can knock down my weight where I want it to go. I don't expect to lose a ton of weight, but I want to at least get back down under like 149. If I can get down to like 147, I'd be pretty happy. So that's just with changing my eating, like that I should be able to get back down to where I need to go. I'm not depriving myself or anything. You know, someone's going to be like, oh, she's like not eating. I'm eating what I'm supposed to be eating. I'm not overeating, and I tend to eat more than what I really need, and I graze a lot. So those are the things that I'm doing. And then also just being intentional about writing down everything I'm eating. And at least for like the next couple of weeks, I want to really write down and pinpoint like, why am I just munching all day? Like what am I really needing to address? Pretty excited about really getting back on track and just once and for all getting like I've been saying this for a long time, but I just need to get the final 20 off. Once the final 20 off, right now I've been maintaining, and I've gone up and down on my weight, but I've been maintaining for the past like 2 months. Right now I'm like, okay, like let's just get it over with. That will be my goal. Get to my goal weight, and then just refine and tweak my diet and just reel it in. Also potentially may have a date this weekend at some point. It's early. I've been asked. I don't know if I'm actually going to go or not. He said steak. I might go just for steak, even though I don't eat steak. I hardly eat steak at all. Like it might be like once or twice a year I'll have steak. Unless, I'll take that back. We had the best carne asada during our Breakthrough to Success weekend. It was like one of the final meals we had, and their freaking carne asada was like marinated to perfection. It was so good. Anyways, so I like to eat. Like, I think that's the one thing that I hope to bring when I become like an actual like certified personal trainer, is that I want people to be able to like eat food and not be deprived, but like make better choices. And you know, I've been through it like up and down, and trying to figure out like what works for me. And I know what works for me, which is removing a lot of things out of my diet. And once I do that and I exercise, like the exercise part is so easy for me because I really enjoy it. The hard part is the eating part. And there's certain foods I know I shouldn't be eating. It's takeout, dairy, and gluten. Those are the big three. And what do I love the most? Gluten. Oh, and sugar. Sugar is the big one. So gluten, dairy, and sugar. What do I love the most? Sugar, gluten, and dairy. So those are the ones that I'm just trying to find alternatives. I've been finding some really good alternatives for like dairy ice cream and stuff. I'm still trying to find like a good cheese. I'm still experimenting, and I'm doing a lot of like reading online. I'm really craving Chinese food right now, so I'm going to start looking for some recipes to see if I can find something that's like Whole30 approved that I can put together really quick and eat. The past 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, I've just been doing fish. That's just been my main thing. I'm like, okay, if I do fish, I get the protein, it's healthy, and I'll be full. And it's not as heavy as chicken. To me, I think chicken's heavy. I know for sure this week I was supposed to record my shopping trip that I did yesterday, and I forgot. So I'm hoping this weekend, once I get paid, I think I'm gonna do a Costco run and hopefully take you guys so you guys can see everything that I buy. Pretty sure I'm gonna buy fish and their veggies, and then they have a really good cauliflower stir fry that has saved me last week, and it just goes with everything, with any protein that you want. It's nice and light. It looks like rice, but it's not, and it's delicious, and it's really garlicky. So I'm gonna get that. Also, I'm gonna probably load up on fruit. Their apples were pretty good up until I think like the second week. That's when I started getting like apples that weren't as like fresh. I really like these guacamole cups that I got from Sprouts, and so if they happen to have that same brand at Costco, I might like pick up a big one of those, because those have been good. It's like just the right amount of guacamole, and you can just throw it on protein. You can have it with chips, and it's, you know, organic. It's simple. It's just avocado and salt and pepper and some lemon, and that's it. So anyways, that's pretty much where I'm at. So definitely some big changes. Also, my podcast is technically debuting on Spotify on Thursday. So you can find my podcast on Spotify, The Hot Tub Club. I'll also be posting the Hot Tub Club podcast on YouTube so you guys can see the recording of the first one. The first one is just me talking just like now to kind of bring everyone up to date with like who I am, what inspired me to start the podcast. And then the next week's episode, I will have Tashai Lovington, who will be on, and we're going to talk about solo traveling, which we love so much, our shared love of that, and some tips for all of you guys. And I totally recommend to anybody, girl or guy, to go on one solo trip in your life. It will change your life, I'm telling you. So look forward to that. Thursday podcast will come out, and then you guys will see this video on Wednesday. A lot of moving parts this week, a lot going on, a lot of positive steps forward. I'm really excited to get back into the routine of my workouts and the additional cardio. It really puts my mind in a good state. Even just like the extra walk today, I feel better, and moving around a lot more, I feel better, and having my little workout that I did. It's not much, and it was short. It was like maybe 30 minutes, but I get a lot done and I sweat a lot in like 30 minutes, and that's all I need just to get my body moving. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. So much content coming your way in the next couple of months, and I would love for you guys to be on my journey as I study up to learn how to be a certified trainer and a nutrition coach. I'm really excited about that, not only for you, but also for me, so I can learn so much more and I can give you guys so much more information and science behind it, which will be really cool. So anyways, if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.